Hey everybody out there, this is Seta and we're back with part 2 of my Q&A. I just want to I love doing these Q&As, so I want to get to as many questions as possible. So let us get back to other questions we have. Next question we have is from Christian. He says, do you think Six Samurais can make a comeback in the new meta? Yes. If Gateway gets unbanned or they get new support, I think if they had one or two new support cards, they could be meta again. Or just be a better deck. They're already a good deck. Even with Link summoning, they're still going to be a good deck. You make Shein, you protect it with its buddies. Yes, you can't go for Nat Beast or Shein, but you can either, depending upon the deck you're facing, you can go Nat Beast instead of Shein, and then just protect it with traps. The deck is very versatile, so I think it just needs one or two cards, and that deck could be meta again. Or just get some cards off the ban list like Gateway and do it. I don't think it would be top of the meta, but it would be, you could take it to a tournament and possibly top with Six Sams is what I'm saying. Next question, are Ghost Tricks viable in the meta? I haven't played competitively in a while and would love to know. Congrats on the 10K. So with Link summoning coming out, people keep telling me Ghost Tricks are dead. Ghost Tricks are dead because you can't put Link monsters face down. Ha 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 ha. No, they're not dead. You know what you run instead of that? You run this card, which I'm probably going to do a video on after this. Storming Mirror Force. Run this card in Ghost Tricks, because if they try to attack you with a Link monster or open field, you can just be like, oh, cute. I'm going to bounce your Link monster that you spent all that time putting resources into back to your extra deck. Or just run Mirror Force and destroy the Link monster. So instead of running Quaking Mirror Force, run that. Run Bottomless Trap Pool still, because that way you can get around problematic monsters. And just run Quaking or Mirror Force instead to get around Link monsters. Or Compulsory Evacuation Device. And then the rest of the monsters that they summon, you can just put those monsters in face down defense position. It's fine. Ghost Tricks will survive, believe me. They may not be as good, but they'll still be playable as long as the Lure of Darkness is at 3 of and you can get to your trap cards. Believe me, I've been testing Ghost Tricks with Link monsters as proxies. They're still viable. Next question. What are your favorite format? What is your favorite format? What do you think about Gemini summoning? Have a nice day, Seta from Stewart. Favorite format. My favorite format would have to be probably the era. Okay, well, first off, I'll say this. My favorite format would probably have to be 2012. After the 2012 ban list, which is kind of infamous. But we had Dino Rabbit, Insectors, Wind-Ups. I was playing Dino Rabbit, a cheap version of Dino Rabbit, but still fun. Dino Rabbit, I did play Insectors. I did have the deck. I still have the deck. I just don't play it that much right now. But Dino Rabbit, Insectors, Wind-Ups. We had Chaos. I played also Chaos Dragons in that format because you had Red MD at 3 of. You had Future Fusion for 5-headed God Dragon. Ugh, that was such a fun format. Older format-wise, I did love the Six Samurai and GK format. Back when you had GKs after Fraser Smith talked with them in YCS Atlanta, because that deck shut down some powerful decks that a lot of my friends had at that time and were being played in my area, being Plants and Scraps. GKs could just shut that deck down so easily back in those days. So that format I love. Perfect Circle format I love as well, because I love Monarchs with a little bit of passion. The old school Monarchs. I still play modern Monarchs, but I love the old school Monarchs. Other formats I love. Troop Dupe format was stupid, but that's beside the point. Pretty much, I would say in the GX format, my favorite format was pretty much just. Well, back then, I can't remember the formats. I kind of gel together in GX for some reason. Besides Scapegoat, Dad Return, and whatnot in the GX era, they kind of meld together. But 5Ds era, I have to say, the late 5Ds were very awesome. The early 5Ds were mostly Teledad, Light Swarms, and Gladiator Beast. Back then, before that, just pretty much the different control type of decks in the early games, the days of Yu-Gi-Oh! You had. GX era, the early Monarch era is one of my favorite formats. When you had a lot of Monarchs like Mobius, Thessalos, and Ryza. I think Ryza came out later though. A little bit later in the GX era, but those early Monarch eras before Perfect Circle, that was kind of fun. But yeah, there was back when you used to use things like GK Spy, so you would set the spy, flip up another spy, special summon out another spy, tribute one spy for a Monarch, and that's how you gain your pluses. Or you use Takochi to gain your pluses by drawing one, special using the Takochi to bring out a Monarch monster. So those were the days I remember, and they were very fun. But my favorite format would have to be like the late 5Ds and early Zexal era. That was my favorite time in the game. Like for a long period of like 3 or 4 years. Next question. Blue Eyes Duelist asked me, if you could create one archetype, what would it be based on? One word. Most likely, it would be the Greek gods. Can Konami please make an archetype based on the Greek pantheon of gods, which there's a bunch of them. There's an archetype waiting for you to make, Konami, and you haven't touched it except for Athena and a couple other things here and there. You've done the Roman gods with Mars and Jupiter and all that. You haven't done the freaking, Greek gods. Can you please do the Greek gods? I'm waiting here. I've been waiting for freaking ever since the Nordics came out. Where are my Greek, god deities? Where are they? Hopefully one day soon they'll do that. Can you do a Cosmo deck profile? Yes, I can do a Cosmo deck profile. I have the deck. I play the deck for fun, but I don't take it to locals as much right now because I've been playing a lot of other decks. But I do play the deck, and I did play it in past formats. Can you do a top 5 decks of all time? Yes, I can definitely do a top 5 decks of all time. I would definitely do that. I will even like your comment right now because I would do that. However, I need to get my video editing software back before I can do that. But I will do that. How old am I? I'm 27 years old in May. I'm very old. I'm getting older. What's the best way to grow your YouTube channel? Just keep plugging away at it. Keep just working on it day by day. Do 10-minute videos so they get more looked at by YouTube's algorithm. And just do what you love. Do videos you love and be yourself. Don't try to be a fake person. Don't do that. And don't start drama. I got sick and tired of that with everything that went on last week. That's just stupid. Even it's fun to watch, but it's like, ugh, this is so stupid. We're not even talking about Yu-Gi-Oh at this point. But yeah, pick away at it. Do something you love and be yourself. And eventually you will get there. It will take a lot of time, and collaborate with people that are doing similar things as you, and you'll eventually get there. It may take a year or two, but you'll get there. You have to just keep working at it. Persistence. What do you do for a living, right? What is your education, since you mentioned you graduate? What is your PO box so I can send cards to you? So, what do I want to do a living, and would you ever sell your collection? So what do I do for a living? Right now, I work at a part-time job. I recently graduated, but the economy has sucked, and people are not hiring a lot right now in my profession or field, or just in general in my area. And the only jobs you can get are ones that you are underqualified for, which is amazing. But the area I live in Washington, D.C. area, Northern Virginia, is very competitive right now. And I have a degree in Parks and Recreation, which is a good field. You get to work, pretty much you're qualified to do anything outdoors. Work in parks, work with creating programs for people, like you can not programs computer, but like creating big events and things like that you can work on, just things of that nature. And I also have a background in history and historical preservation, and historical interpretation, so I have a lot of experience. The problem is I can't find a dang person to give me a dang interview or the time of day, which sucks. So I'm kind of stuck in this rut right now. Plans, which I'll probably talk about in the future, and I haven't really mentioned that much, but if you're watching this part of the video, is I'm probably going to Korea for 1 year, and then I'm probably going to be moving down to Florida in about 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Probably to Orlando, Florida. I will be moving to Korea for a year. Does that mean the channel is going to die? No. I'm still going to make videos even if I'm in Korea, in the OCG. Just means things we'll have to be doing differently. We will see how we get around that in the later summer part. It's something I've already filed paperwork for, but I want to get more information before I start doing it. It wouldn't happen until next year, like this time next year, that I would be even moving away to Korea. So we'll see how things work out, but moving to Florida is most likely going to happen within 2 years or 3 years. I'll be going down to Orlando, Florida to live. Then I may come back up here to Virginia, but that's in the future. And what would I like to do with my degree? I want to just get a job that's just a 9-to-5 job that pays me $14, $15 an hour, has some benefits. That's all I want. I'm happy. It gives me $40,000 a year, and I'm happy. Or in my field, which is Parks and Recreation and interpretation, just just give me something in my field, something outside my field that's not sales, because I suck at sales. Next question. Maybe you can do a top 10 decks for every month. And do you think we really need a ban list right now? Well, we just got a ban list, so that question's kind of out of date. What deck is set to go into play in this upcoming format? So let's say this format right now that we're heading into with Link Summoning format. I'm going to play whatever the heck I want. I just built Yubel yesterday. I profiled a Yubel deck, Dark Magician, Silent Swordsman, Relinquished Kaiju, Cosmos and Monarchs I'm probably going to play here soon. More meta stuff, but I'm playing a lot of stuff. I'm not playing Zodiacs, I'm not playing Infernoids, I'm not playing Paleozoics, so I'll probably be playing everything besides those decks right now because they're pretty expensive to build. I'm just going to play whatever I want until Link Summoning comes out and then start reevaluating everything. Which decks do you think are good for a newbie to learn? If you have never played the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, pick up a starter deck. If you've played the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, pick up a structure deck. So I would say if you're new and you've played the game and you understand it, pick up the Machina structure deck, the Machina structure deck that's coming out with Ancient Gears, or better yet, the Dinosaur structure deck that's coming out later this month. What do I like about the real Seto Kaiba himself? The thing I love about him is he takes care of his brother. He's very hard on the outside. He's not very emotional, but he really cares about certain things, and he just doesn't show them as much as, he doesn't. He keeps things to himself. He's very private, but he really cares about certain things in life, and that's kind of like the way I am. I care about Yu-Gi-Oh. I care about certain people in my life. Very passionate about it, but I'm not going to show that to everyone. Joey Wheeler asks again, I got a question for you, Kaiba. When is the next tournament so I can kick your rich butt? Hee hee hee, JK. Joey, you peasant, you will never beat me. You will never. You will grovel at my feet, you dog. Adam asked me, I haven't played in about 2 years. I use a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. They use the ritual summoning of the Dragon Queen. Any suggestions on preparing for the new meta? If you're playing the Blue Eyes Ritual deck, then just keep playing Blue Eyes Chaos Max. That version of the deck will be perfectly fine come Link format. That will probably be the better version, but the Exceed Synchro version will still be just as good. So keep playing away with Blue Eyes Ultimate Chaos Max. Coke asks, aside from Blue Eyes, what is your favorite monster / archetype? GKs and 6 Samurais. Hell yeah. Have you played Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links? Yes, I have played Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, but I don't have it on my phone. I've played it, but I don't have like an account. I play avidly. Next question. I'm trying to improve my Blue Eyes deck. Super Saiyan 5, I like that name. Hello Seto, I'm trying to improve my Blue Eyes deck and was wondering if you have any advice. Well, I have to see the deck list to help you improve it, really. And I don't know what your budget is, so it's kind of hard to do. What is your favorite deck to use? Last question. Sora17400 asked me, what is my favorite deck to use? What is my favorite deck to use? I would have to say, right now, I'm loving playing Silent Swordsman, but favorite deck to use? GKs, because Necro Valley got the errata over here, they host the TCG. It's better. I'm definitely going to revisit GKs, and I really want to play that deck a lot, but GKs and Blue Eyes White Dragon I like playing a lot. I really, really do. But it changes my... I have all these decks, and I just play them at different times. So I may play a deck for a week or two, then swap over to another deck. And then revisit that deck maybe in 2 more weeks. So I swap decks like crazy, but I love just playing a variety of decks because I can take to locals some nights if I'm before the tournament and play one deck, and then when the tournament happens I play a different deck. So I have my fun decks, my competitive decks. They kind of float back and forth between each other. But those are all the questions, guys. Also, I will mention, guys, I have a video coming up later this week talking about it, but I do have a Patreon account. If you would like to subscribe to me on Patreon and donate some amount of money, it would be helpful. I'm trying to get a new camera, trying to get new equipment to set up for things, especially if I'm going to Korea. That would be really nice to have some of that stuff before then. But if you would like to support the channel, guys, feel free to. The Patreon account will be down in the description below. The address for sending me cards or anything, which I'll make a video on after this, that is down in the description below. So addresses for sending me things, that's down in the description below. Patreon is down in the description below and is on the channel homepage. But till next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody, and I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A video. Good luck dueling to all of you. Take care, everybody.